Manny.
It's your boy Sean.
And welcome, man. Welcome on this wonderful Monday. I hope everybody having a great day. Starting off their you guys. First of all, y'all starting off your week right because y'all hanging out with us. Y'all on the show with us, and we greatly appreciate it. And we always love your support and everything like that. And we going nowhere but higher. And so, um, other than that being said, we got a lot of things to discuss. A lot of things to discuss. The upcoming draft, NBA draft is coming tomorrow. Um, but before we get to the draft, though, there's a couple of topics that we want to need to discuss that's related to the NBA. And so, uh, like I told you before on the last episode, that we had a couple topics that we didn't discuss because we kind of passed our time. And so I kind of want to dialogue with that before we get into what really is about to go down tomorrow in the draft. And so, um, one of the topics that we didn't discuss was Kawhi Leonard. And I was saying to you, and I said, should Kawhi Leonard wants to leave LA? Yeah, do you think or no? If so, why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason for him to be there no more. I mean, one of the reasons why he went to LA was, I mean, when he not even one of the reasons, but when he went to LA, he brought Paul George with him. So with Paul George going to another team, it's like Kawhi is basically doing it by himself over there. He has no help over there. So at this point in his career, I mean, he's getting older. Why should Kawhi have to do it himself? I mean, he did want to bring a championship to LA, and I'm pretty sure he had talks about going to the Lakers at one point too. It was between the
Mhm.
Lakers and the Clippers, but he chose the Clippers ultimately because he wanted to be the guy of the Clippers franchise. He wanted to be that guy. It didn't. It hasn't turned out to be that. You know, he hasn't been that guy with the Clippers. But my fault.
No, that's all right.
What's up, bro?
We just got a new subscriber. You just subscribed.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
bro? Welcome to the show,
Sir.
bro. Welcome to the family.
But yeah,
What we
bro,
got?
he hasn't his Clipper career hasn't been like how he turned around like the Raptors. Like it hasn't been the same. So I feel like he needs to get out of there. He needs to
Yeah.
find somebody. He needs to get that help. There's nothing in LA for no more.
Mhm.
Especially for the Clippers.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I feel you on that. My thing, I feel the same way. I agree with you, talk wholeheartedly, bro. Um, um, I do believe that Kawhi should leave LA, but the thing about it is, if he gonna leave LA, where you gonna put him at? Um, I don't know, like I don't really know where Kawhi fits in some of these places, some of these places. I mean, if you can help me out, I mean, if you go back, I mean, if you go look at probably a team like the Lakers. I mean,
Mhm.
they got Luca, and I think they're in a place where they're not trying to have another superstar in their franchise. They're trying to build off Luca Doncic to
I don't
create.
see.
I don't know. I don't
I was
know.
gonna
I
say. I
don't.
was gonna say that one's tricky because you gotta remember they did have Brian. They did have Luca pair with Brian. With Brian not getting being able to with them
Yeah,
not bringing Brian back, they could put Kawhi there to replace Brian. So I wouldn't knock it off.
I wouldn't knock it off. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't knock it down. I just want to say. I was just trying to see how would it fit. That's all. I don't know how
Appreciate
it's
the
going.
likes, y'all. Appreciate the likes. Yes, sir, Luca.
Yeah,
My
yes,
dog.
sir, bro. That's the guy right there, my man out there subscribing automatic, my guy. But yeah, though, like, yeah. So if you look at a team, what do you say? LA is a much better team without LeBron. You're
Yes,
right.
sir. LeBum, not LeBron. LeBum.
Well, LeBron's a bum. Well, I guess. But but no, no, but I'm saying like, and then where you gonna put Kawhi though at? And a team with probably what um um like they help me out with a team. Like that's what I'm
Um,
saying. I don't know how you gonna fit in
I
certain teams.
said, I said, I wouldn't knock the Lakers. I said the Heat. I think the Heat would be a good team.
With
Um,
Tyler Hero.
yeah, Tyler Hero and Bam. Um,
Well, I mean, well, yeah. I can see him going to a young team and try to help to develop a young team, and a young team is kind of like a potential to move up, like what KD did with the Houston Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, um,
so then the
you know,
Spurs.
mm, I actually want to knock that down.
Yeah,
He could go back. He could go back to the team that he started.
yeah, could go back to the Spurs. He could also go back to the Raptors. Raptors is also a team that just
Oh
need to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Instead of
actually do like the
uh,
Sixers too. I do like the Sixers. I be
uh,
trying not to be biased. I be trying not to be biased around here, but I do like him with the Sixers.
Lord have mercy into my the Sixers. But anyway, yeah, no, yeah, I ain't gonna knock it down. The San Antonio Spurs, I mean, especially after like the performance that they made in the NBA Finals, they gonna need some help a little bit. You know what I mean? Then you got an upcoming star well, not an upcoming star. He's a star already with Victor Wembanyama. You already got Harper. You got Champagne. And you add Kawhi Leonard to the mix. That could be a nice duo or something like
Yeah,
that.
he should have never left Toronto, but he wanted to be the man. He wanted to feel like he was the man with the Clippers, so he did
Yeah,
that.
he should never. Yeah, you're right. He absolutely right. He should have never left Toronto. But you know, like it's how it is. If you're a superstar, and you feel like you're a superstar, and you feel like that you can, do it on your own. They're gonna do it. At least try to do it on their own. I mean, look at KD, but obviously, it didn't work for him. But, but yeah, though I feel like that. The Sixers actually, me thinking about it, it's not a bad idea if you let go of Paul George.
Hmm.
Yeah, D Harris might be right. I'm just thinking about it now because I'm looking at right now about like where like different teams is at right now in the in their time right now, like where they at in their organization. You feel me? And
Hmm.
so, um, yeah, D Harris could be right. Right, Leonard can definitely fit in Philly. You had Leonard with Tyrese Maxey with VJ Edgecombe, and you had a couple more pieces to the puzzle. Possibly you might keep Embiid. I think
Hmm.
my opinion you should let him go, but I mean, hey, that's their decision. But yeah, yeah, Kawhi could definitely fit in Philly. I can definitely see that, no doubt about it. So I mean, yeah, I mean thinking about it now, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple places that he could fit in. He could fit in San Antonio. Heck, he could. I think he could fit uh, with the Hawks or the Magic. You know what I mean? These upcoming young guys that are playing good, but they just need that little push, to get to where they want to get to. Um, yeah. Um, heck, I might say he probably could go to the Detroit Pistons. Detroit, you let go of Tobias Harris. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's a couple teams out there that he can, I guess, entertain and stuff like that. So yeah, there's some teams that he can probably go to. I feel like that at his stage of his career, I don't know where he's at right now mentally. You know what I'm saying? But he out there by himself. He ain't gonna do nothing in LA. We already know that. James Harden left. He went to Cleveland. Um, Paul George went to Philly. He by himself now. All he has is what Garland, and so like, I mean, Garland's cool, but he ain't no star. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see him view him as as a big time star. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Hmm.
um, Yeah, I think at this stage of his career, Kawhi really needs to, if he consider like playing for another year or two or something like that, he needs to get out of the Clippers and put himself in a better position to probably compete for another championship. Because I think right now he has like two, right? He has
Yeah.
two, right? Yeah. So if you put yourself in a better position, and I would love to him for to go to the East. Um, be have the East a lot more competitive. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I think Kawhi should want to leave LA. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let us know what y'all think about Kawhi, man. Do y'all think he should leave LA, or you think he should stay? Let us know. I mean, well, you guys already telling us, but people that's coming in and joining in, new people about the topic that we are discussing. Tag in and join the conversation. We want to hear what you got to say. So yeah, we was talking about Kawhi, and just a few minutes ago, I was talking about the draft, and we can't talk about the draft uh, until we talk about the big elephant in the room that everybody's talking about, and it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, it's just been reported today that the trade for Antetokounmpo and him being a member of the Bucks is almost coming to an end, and it's down to Miami and the Celtics as the two of the finalists to wind up landing Giannis. And according to sources in ESPN, Jalen Brown is actually a part of that package deal to get Giannis. Uh, I just want to ask the question: which team which team out of those two teams they're in the final that's in the final to land Giannis? Which team needs Giannis the most?
Um,
Yeah,
which team needs
but
him the
out of them
most?
two,
Probably Boston.
mm. Wanna tell me
I
why?
mean, it's to me it's hard. It's hard because I it's a hard thing. I think by yeah, I'm gonna say Boston.
Boston.
I'm gonna say Boston because I feel like Boston kind of showed their weakness with the Sixers. That all they can do is shoot the ball, and
Yeah,
when them shots are not falling, that is their weak point.
they're not,
They
yeah, they're
can't
not.
win games. They can't blow people out like they do the whole season. So I feel like Giannis brings a different element to that team. Giannis is not shooting. Giannis game is going into the paint. So he's gonna open up a lot of shooters. A lot of shooters gonna be open up, and then a lot of the shooters is gonna open up the lane for
Right.
Giannis. So I feel like they need him more than what the Heat would do with Giannis. I'm assuming that if the Bucks is gonna be able to if the Bucks is willing to trade Jalen Brown, that means the Heat has to trade a superstar away, in my opinion. I would
Yeah,
assume so, which means they would probably trade away either Bam or Tyler Hero. Um, and I don't see Tyler Hero and Giannis really making a splash,
right.
nor do I see Bam and Giannis making a splash either. So, but I could see that Bucks team. I mean that Celtics team with Giannis making a splash even without Jalen Brown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, man, I 100% agree with you completely. I think that the Boston Celtics need Giannis the most, and basically to everything that you said. I think after what transpired with the 76ers and then getting out in the first round and blew a 3-1 lead, and couldn't shoot to save their life, it's evident that they need a change. And I think with the pair of Giannis and it brings a different element to that team. It brings a different spunk, a different, you know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, it does create space for other guys to go out and play and shoot. And also, Giannis always get his. He
Hmm.
averaged 25 points a game. each and every game. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like the man is trash. He's out there dominating. You know what I mean? And so he said him and Tatum and man, I'm crying. But but yeah though, yeah, but um and then also you have to look at where Boston is at as a franchise standpoint. You know what I mean? A franchise standpoint, um, even Giannis said that he feel like that he wants to be in a place where he can win at a high level. I think it's safe to say that if he goes to Miami, it's completely backwards. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's going to win. I don't think that he's going to win in Miami, especially when you said that they're going to let he's going to let go either Bam or Tyler Hero. I feel like they're going to go backwards instead of going forwards. And
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying. And so I think, and then with Tatum, all they really have to do is just build between Tatum and Giannis. I think they'll be the second best in the Eastern Conference behind New York, of course, because New York is the champs right now. And so, um, yeah, and then Jalen Brown, um, um, I think now I mean, I know he was having like Instagram posts about, him, I think one day playing in China or something like that, or whatever the case may be. But I think
yeah,
mentally, what we discussed the last episode was that, when he got announced that, well, they was interviewing him and said, what was the best part of the season, and he said basically, well, how I was playing like I was playing the best time of my life. It's obviously that he's ready to close that chapter with the Boston Celtics, and I think he's accepting that. And but I don't think that the Bucks is a team for him. I do want him to move on, but I don't like the fit with the Bucks if he decided to go to the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, if
see,
it happens, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
I don't
think the
like that.
Bucks is the team for him, but at the same time, I think that's kind of what he want. He want his own team. I think he go to the Bucks. That's his own team. He ain't nobody. If he can take the Bucks by himself, it's kind of like stamping, putting like more to his legacy.
Take the Bucks to where? To where?
Anywhere far. I mean, I
Where?
don't think he's taking. I don't think he's taking them to the finals. I don't, but if he
Oh,
could take them to
playoffs?
like the second round, I
I
think
mean, second
that's
round.
yeah. If he can take the Bucks to the second round by himself, I think that shows a lot about him.
I mean, well, definitely. I ain't gonna lie. Anything can happen. But I'm saying like, they're going to have to build a team around him. Absolutely, they're going to have to build a team around him. I don't think he can do it by himself, especially with the roster they got currently. If you let go of Giannis, that's definitely going to put a downgrade to them. But like, if they build a team around him, they definitely could be back in playoff contention. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Brown won. I think he came to the conclusion that, yeah, look, it's my time. I want the spotlight. You know what I mean? Um, and I think that's good for him. I just don't like the landing spot for him. That's all.
all right.
Um, but um, what do you think of how the outcome going to be? Because it's gonna happen either today or tomorrow. So
I
you
think
think
it's gonna be Boston.
it's gonna be Boston?
I think Boston has more to offer than Heat.
Yeah, me too. Do you think that Brown? You think that Brown is gonna be leaving his last time as a
I think Giannis, the Bucks is still in the Eastern Conference, and they're going to make a trade in the East. So you're going to be keeping Giannis in the East. So if you're going to keep Giannis in the East, you better get a star player in return, or superstar player in return.
Oh, for real? No, for real.
I can understand it would be different if they was training them to a team in the West, but you train to a team in the East, especially a team that you going to play a lot. Giannis is
Hmm.
going to play the Bucks a lot if he goes to the Celtics.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that you get a star back.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then also, I do feel like that they might give him a good round, a couple picks.
Mm.
They might give him a nice, real good picks, probably this year or next year. Uh, but yeah, I think that round is coming. Time as a Celtic is coming to an end either today or tomorrow. We're gonna find out in the draft. Those of y'all, um, we're gonna be on the draft night tomorrow night around what 8 o'clock or 7:30. 7:30,
Probably
right?
around 7:30, 8 o'clock, one or
Around
two.
seven, around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we're gonna get everything that you need to know, every breaking news, everything. And so yeah, um, just to keep that in mind, y'all. Um, and so yeah, we're gonna follow this story up within the next 24 hours to see what exactly gonna happen. But it's clear as day that Giannis is definitely gonna not be a buck for next heading into next season. And so, yeah, so we're gonna stay tuned about what's going on with this story. But let's get on to the flip side of of anything. The next topic going to be the NFL, and a big news happened with Jeffrey Simmons signed a mega payday deal, with the Tennessee Titans yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Friday. I think it was. Yeah, it was over the weekend. But you know, it was over the
Maybe
weekend,
that's two. Yeah, yeah, like 2 days ago.
like 2 days
Oh
ago.
no, Friday. It happened on Friday. Happened Friday.
Friday. This deal definitely makes him the highest D tackle in the league. What do you think about this deal for him? And what do you think about him moving forward? And how this impacts him? And all that.
Um, well, I mean, Jeffrey Simmons has always been dominant, so I think he definitely deserves it. I mean, it's unfortunate that he plays for the Titans. I mean, the record doesn't show how good he actually can be, but I think he's always been one of those bright spots on that team. So he definitely deserves it. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see how the D tackle market moves going forward. I
Yeah,
mean, it's a lot of people that still got to get paid, but I like this. I like this move a lot.
yeah. I like this move. Me too. I think it was a no brainer. It was a no brainer. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons is one of the heartbeats of your of that organization. It's unfortunate that he's with a team that's trash and can't make the playoffs. But but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I just wish that he was in a better position, in a better situation. It's crazy because you got all these superstars and they just with terrible teams Miles Garrett. He was with a team for over a decade, bro. A terrible team. Now he finally with a great team that can have a chance to actually win a championship now. And
Hmm.
so it's like you know I don't know. I mean I don't know the mindset that they have. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to D tackles and stuff like that, about if they they feel like that they're um, worthy enough or something like that to go to a team that they can win and they can dominate or something like that. But I don't know. I guess they have to find that out later down on the road, in their career. But but yeah, absolutely. But he deserves every money, every penny. He definitely reset the market. Um, you said it's gonna be interesting to see how other D tackles get signed. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one also told me this. This one also told me this, brother. Carter's day is coming. This literally confirmed Carter's day is coming.
Well, I hope sooner rather than later because people
It's
keep
coming,
resetting the
brother.
market. It's gonna be more and more money.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that Philadelphia can afford to wait for another year. They can't wait another year, especially you have to sign. all these other guys. And then you talking about you have to extend Jalen Hurts. Say if he plays like stellar, fantastic, you gotta extend him. So you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. This definitely tell me. I think that Jeffrey Smith Simmons definitely set the tone for Jalen Carter.
Mm.
I think you speed up the process for him a little bit. Um, I think, yeah, like I told you, I said it's going. I think it's going to happen on suddenly this season. Either this season, the preseason, but Carter going to get money. He going to get paid. Everybody's talking about how, you know, it was hesitant that they not going to pay him. That's BS. That's BS. The Philadelphia Eagles know that without Jalen Carter, that defense is not the same at all, and it's not going to be dominant. They already know that. That's not. That's plain as day. You know what I'm saying? That's plain as day. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see different D tackles, to get money and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. But it definitely put a positive on me a little bit for Jalen Carter because his day is coming. No doubt about it. His day is coming. I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? I told you his day is coming. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I gotta see on Jeffrey Simmons.
Huh?
I said that's all I had to say about Jeffrey.
Yeah. But yeah, though. But yeah, let us know how y'all feel about Jeffrey Simmons and his big Mayday contract deal with the Tennessee Titans. Um, um, let us know how you think and what's your thoughts. And then we're gonna turn into Michael Parsons. Now, it turns out Michael Parsons, his date of return is continues to be delayed. And now they're talking about mid December. Um, bro, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? I try to put a question under like next to it, but I couldn't. I just saying what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on.
I don't know. I mean, you keep hearing different things about Micah. So, I mean, next thing you know, they'll be saying that he's not going to be able to play for the rest of the season. So, I mean, this definitely impacts the Packers. I mean, that defense is definitely going to be impacted, especially they lost Micah Parsons now is going to be gone for most of the season. They
Yeah,
lost Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys. So I was like, that D line is I don't know how that D line is going to look. This also affects Micah because Micah's going. He's going a year without being able to be in training camp. You got to
hmm
consider the fact that he wasn't in training camp for the Green Bay Packers last year. You know, he got traded to the team, so he didn't experience training camp with the Packers. So now he's missing another training camp with the Packers. He's missing time to really connect with his teammates and on another like a deeper level.
yeah,
Um, and then you got to think he's not playing football for what 3 months. It's 3 months without football, so I'm sure that he's
yeah,
going to come into the season rusty. He's not doing no conditioning. Can't do no conditioning with the injury that he has. So
yeah,
I don't know if Micah is going to come the same this season. And if he do, it's going to come over time. It's not going to be right away. You're not going to see Micah Parsons come right away and get those sacks that he was getting at the end of the season. I think it's going
yeah,
to take time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't have no idea what's close. First, we said it's going to happen. He going to be back in September, like week 3 or week 4. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. They're going to be able to survive. That's only 3 games, 4 games. They'll be able to hold the fort down. How you get from September to all the way to December, mid December, going into January? That doesn't make any sense. Uh, Somebody got to tell us something. We need
Mm.
more information, brother. We need more information, brother. Like we need to talk to the medical doctors or something, bro. We got to talk to the guy who did his surgery, the doctor himself, because that doesn't make any sense. How you get from September to December and they still delaying his his returning to play.
Hmm.
Um, to me, it don't add up. I don't know. I think something else is going on. But yeah, like you said before, it's definitely going to hurt this team tremendously. It's definitely going to hurt this team tremendously. They already like dealing with a lot with you know losing a lot of their wide receivers. Jordan Love, is still got to go out there and prove that he is uh still the guy for Green Bay. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think Green Bay gonna have a real down year this year. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they're gonna have a real down year this year.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
They definitely
yeah,
are. I mean, we still don't
yeah.
even know the whole situation with Josh Jacobs. Is he going to be playing or not? I mean, there's so many question marks about this Green Bay team that as you really can't have high expectations about this team. I don't see how you can have high expectations on this team with everything that's going on with the team.
And as a Green Bay Packer fan, I feel bad for them. I actually feel sympathy for them. Huh?
I don't.
I mean, well, I'm a podcaster, so I got to be real. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying as a fan, like if I'm a fan of a Green Bay Packers, I should be disgusted right now because like it's so many question marks. They probably won't even win their division. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's so many question marks with Josh Jacobs. There's so many question marks about the quarterback. There's so many questions about the wide receiver room. There's so many questions about their defense and how they're going to stick together uh with not having Micah on their side. And so like and then they lost some people in free agency too as well. And so it's like how do you come back from that? Like how do you resurrect yourself back from that? Um I don't know. It just they just in a place where it's just a lot of uncertainty for this team. And if anything, it should have got better since Micah came into the Green Bay Packers. If anything, since Michael Parsons been inquired to the Green Bay Packers, it's been nothing but hell.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
nothing but hell. Nothing but hell, bro. He thought that the grass was greener. Oh, it's dark like the Dark Vader. Can't see no light, brother. Don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. It's crazy, like, and I don't know. It's just wow, and it may nah. I wasn't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because I know Jerry. He did say that he doesn't look at Michael Parsons as a guy that like you know uh that's important to keep on the franchise. I
Mm.
disagree. I disagree that completely. I think Michael Parsons is a phenomenal player. I think if a team that gets him, you're lucky, real lucky. Um, but it's just very unfortunate of what's going on with Green Bay, especially Michael Parsons. He was just turning the page. He was dealing with that nasty stuff, situation with Jerry Jones, and he finally got out of that. And then he was on the roll for a couple games, and then pop got hurt. And so it's like Micah, he can never catch a break. I don't know what's going on, but I hope that he can bounce back from this. I think no doubt he's going to bounce back, but it's just unfortunate about what's going on in Green Bay in general, and especially when you go in the training camp and you're heading into the season, you really have these question marks, and you really don't have an answer to step into the upcoming season. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And that's a dangerous spot to be in mentally when you don't have no answers and you don't have no, I guess, no vision. I don't even know if they got a vision for this year, like where what they want to do for their team, heading into the season. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because there's a lot of uncertainty, and so it's very unfortunate for Green Bay right now. It's really sad though, but yeah. Well, let us know what y'all think about the whole delay returning um Michael Parsons' return date has been delayed again. What you guys feel about that? How do you think that's going to affect Green Bay, and do you think Michael will ever come back to the same guy that he was um, as a dominant guy and so dominant player? So yeah, we was talking about Mike and stuff like that. We're going to continue to talk about football, and it's actually one of the topics that we missed on Friday. And this is actually a question. I said, "What is at stake for Brock Purdy?"
Um,
I'm crying, bro. We got the same picture, man.
yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what's at stake for Brock Purdy because, in my opinion, Brock Purdy has always had good teams. So I don't really think anything is at stake for Brock Purdy only because I don't expect the 49ers to really. It's not like I expect the 49ers to win a championship this year. Like, yeah, they
Oh
got
wow.
they got Mike Evans, but what else? Besides, I mean, you got George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey,
Definitely.
the two players that's already been there. You feel me? It's not like they didn't add nothing. I mean, if Brandon Ayuk was still there, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But you lost Brandon Ayuk. All right,
Who's the
bro.
other
Yeah,
wide
you didn't
receiver
lose
guy?
Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk lost himself. But what you say?
Okay. Who's that other wide receiver name?
I mean, they
I was
got the boy
wrong.
Ricky, the Ricky Pearsall, but
Yeah.
Ricky, I don't know. It's like I feel like for me, I still gotta see more. I feel like I didn't really get to see much because of I mean the whole incident that he had with the where he got he missed out all those games, a couple games because of the you feel me? So
Mhm.
I feel like I still gotta see more from him, like a full season, for me to be
Yeah.
like, okay, Ricky is that guy. But yeah, I don't really think nothing's at stake for Brock Purdy. Not at this point. I would have to see his contract, but I feel like Brock Purdy has to go to the playoffs for sure. He has to go to the playoffs and he has to play good. So in terms of that, yeah. But I don't really know if anything's at stake because I don't expect him to
Yeah.
win. I don't expect him to win it all this year. It's not like they got a team to me that can win it all.
Well, brother, you say you don't know his contract. I'll tell you right now. This contract is he signed a 5 year deal worth $265 million with the 49ers, and it runs to 2030. And the deal includes $181 million money guaranteed. So he averaged about $53 million and a full no trade clause.
Yeah, so nothing's at stake. That tells me everything. Especially that last part you just said, no trade clause, nothing's at stake. Not to me. He's still gonna be the starting quarterback. He's still gonna be given an
So
opportunity.
you know, I say they really don't have a choice. They have no choice but to sign him. That's
You
basically what
said
you're
no.
saying.
You said it's no trade clause, and you said his contract is not over till 2030.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like 3 more years, 4 more years.
yeah, right.
So yeah, they don't have no choice.
Well, Brock Purdy has been playing in the NBA. I mean, NBA, not NBA, NFL. Um, for a couple years now. Um, five, total of five. And in those 5 years, he went to the conference finals. Conference finals. He won that. He went to a Super Bowl appearance. He lost to Patrick Mahomes. Well, he actually went to two conference finals. Won one, lost one. Um, won one, lost one. Um, what's that state for Brock Purdy? He needs to bring a championship to the 49ers. He needs to
Well,
bring a championship.
do you
Ah,
believe that he's gonna bring a championship?
no,
So even if
I
he
don't believe.
doesn't, but what's
I
at
don't
stake?
believe it. Well, I'll say it this: the Super Bowl window for him is closing. I'll say that.
I agree with that, but my whole thing is what's at stake for him though? Cause I don't think nothing's at stake.
The 49ers kind of dig themselves in a hole by signing that contract, that crazy contract with him. Because I remember when he signed it, I said, why did they give him all this money? That's
Mm.
crazy to me. Now, I mean, when you look at what he's done in the past 5 years, I'm like, okay, I kind of understand it, but at the same time, Brock Purdy has really not really shown. I don't really really know who is Brock Purdy identity is as a quarterback for real, for real. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, he's been hurt for 2 years, right? He hasn't really, he hasn't really. I don't look at Brock Purdy and say like, okay, he is a major threat to the league. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm.
don't look at Brock Purdy like that. I mean, do you?
No, not really.
Like, yeah, like for example, like a Matthew Stafford. I look at him as a threat. A Jalen Hurts. I damn sure look at him as a threat. A Patrick Mahomes. I look at him as a threat. A Josh Allen. I look at him as a threat. Um, you know what I mean? Quarterbacks like that. I don't look at Brock Purdy and say, okay, um, he can win at the highest level. I mean, he's been in the Super Bowl, but he didn't win. He hasn't shown that he can win the Super Bowl. I don't see Brock Purdy as a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. And so, I mean, what's at stake? I say is what's at stake for the 49ers because they invested so much in Brock Purdy. Then you just added Mike Evans, a guy that never got hurt ever in his career, and ever since he's been playing in the NFL, he goes over 1,000 yards. Um, forget how old is he? He's still a dominant player, even in his age right now. And so I feel like I don't think it's nothing really at stake with Brock Purdy, but it's at stake with the 49ers because they invested so much in this guy, and if you don't get a championship within the toward the end of his contract, was 2030, you got a problem.
Hmm. Well,
You got a problem.
I think by then he won't care.
Who,
I
Brock
think,
Purdy?
yeah.
Well,
I
he
mean,
probably won't care what the 49ers should.
he already getting paid, so by the time his contract over, he already gonna be paid. So yeah, the 49ers should, if he's not able to deliver on what you said, which I don't think he's gonna be able to, just looking at the teams that's ahead of him.
And I just don't
But
think he's a threat, though. I mean, can you see him as a threat?
no, I think what makes Brock Purdy a threat is that he makes the right play.
Yeah,
I mean, he makes the right play, and then he's surrounded by superstars. That's what
yeah,
makes Brock Purdy like dangerous and a threat to me. I mean, you got a top tight end, top five tight end in George Kittle. You got a
right,
top five running back in Christian McCaffrey. You got a top receiver. I don't know what number you want to put him. I mean, but whatever number you want to put him at, Mike Evans. He's a top receiver. You got Trent Williams, a top left tackle or the number one
right,
left tackle.
yeah,
So and then your defense still has some pieces over there. So that's a good team. And if Brock Purdy is able to make the play at the right time, then that's the
that's
threat.
what's going.
Yeah, that's what's gonna get them to that next level.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put disrespect on Brock Purdy's name. I think like when it comes to playoffs, and you know what I mean, like when he's
Hmm.
healthy, he's been showing in the playoffs that he can compete if they all healthy. But
Yeah.
the number one key word I just said was healthy. Because George Kittle don't be healthy, Christian McCaffrey don't be healthy. You know what I mean? And so, uh, a lot of their guys don't be healthy. Trent Williams don't be healthy and on a consistent basis. And so, um, I do believe that Brock Purdy can make it competitive. But if you I don't see Brock Purdy at the end of a playoff game. Need a game winning touchdown drive. I don't, and he's facing the Eagles or the Rams or um what's another team that's a threat in the NFC? Um,
I
you
don't know.
think of one?
Just stick with the Eagles and the Rams.
All right, we'll stick with them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, those two teams, like guys, like those teams, like especially when they acquire Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is going to throw him under his ass.
Hmm.
Know what I'm saying? And then you got Trent McDuffie and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't see him as like a guy that will be in clutch moment. You know what I mean? I don't see him as a clutch player. He hasn't really shown me that. He's shown me competitiveness. He can go a little bit toe to toe if he's healthy. And that's one thing I'm going to give him respect out of that. He definitely sometimes in some playoff games he does go toe to toe a little bit. Um, I mean, we seen what he did with the Eagles. He did went toe to toe with Hurts, and
Hmm.
so like that's just one example. I know there's multiple examples, but I can't really think of it right now. But yeah, but you know what I mean. And so yeah, but I don't see Brock Purdy as a guy that be like, okay, he's a major threat to the NFC, or to those guys that are really like the Mount Rushmore right now of the NFC, or let alone the NFL. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't think it's not gonna be anything at stake from Brock Purdy because he already getting paid regardless.
Hmm.
But everything I think is gonna be at stake for the 49ers. And if I'm the 49ers and if he doesn't perform well and they got a good top pick, I advise them to get a quarterback.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Um,
I would think so because by the time we get to the end of his contract, I mean, a lot of those superstar players that they have is going to be at the end of their
yeah,
career.
yeah.
So that would be around the time where they would have to rebuild anyway.
Trent Williams said that this is gonna be his last year. That's it.
Yeah, you already said that. Christian McCaffrey is
Yeah,
up there in age already,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure
They're gonna
George Kittle is up
rebuild.
there in age.
And Brock Purdy, he's still young. He's 26 years old.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. By 28, Brock Purdy is going to be wanting another contract. But if he's not able, if they don't believe,
Yeah, yeah. And I think that it's going to happen sooner than later. I think it's going to happen sooner than later. I think like about that, you give it towards next year or the year after. They're going to be in rebuild mode. They're going to be in rebuild. Yeah, only time will tell, and it only depends on if the Brock Purdy going to deliver. But this is Brock Purdy's topic. Let us know what y'all think about Brock Purdy. Do you think that he's the quarterback? Do you think that he needs to prove something or this year? Uh, uh, Let us know what you think and your thoughts. Um, and so we were talking about Brock Purdy in the NFC. We're gonna talk about another quarterback in the NFC, which is Jalen Daniels. In your opinion, bro, what does he need to prove this year? Uh, in your opinion,
in my opinion, all he has to prove is that he can stay healthy. In my opinion, I don't think he has to prove anything with his play. No, none of that. All he has to prove is that he can stay healthy. I mean, people forget that we've only seen one full season of Jaden Daniels. One season,
yeah,
and that was his rookie year. We haven't seen Jaden Daniels play a full season. I mean, it's granted it's only his this will only be his third year, but his second year we didn't get to see him because he was hurt. He was hurt, and when he
yeah,
came back, you could see that he was still really hurt. He wasn't playing to the level that he was playing at his rookie season.
right,
So all you can really base Jaden Daniels off is his rookie year. So going to year three, I just want him to show that he can stay healthy. I mean, if he can stay healthy, I think the rest is really history for him. He's a football player. He knows how to play football. That's not a question. I mean, we've all seen that his rookie year. He had a special rookie year, special rookie season.
very special.
And that's not to say that since he had a special rookie season that he can't go backwards because we've seen a lot of players have great rookie seasons and then move backwards. CJ Stroud. We've seen it.
Yeah,
But in my opinion, I don't think CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels is the same type of player. I kind
Right.
of think Jaden Daniels is more dynamic because he has the ability to use his legs and because his arm is he's very accurate. He's very accurate. So I think that team is I think that's all I want to see from Jaden Daniels is just him being healthy because I at the end of the day a healthy Jaden Daniels is a scary Jaden Daniels.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I think I think what Jalen Daniels needs to prove is that yeah, number one, I think he does need to stay healthy. I think a dual threat like him, the way that he showed his style of play, the way he plays the game, um, it's been shown that he can that it's hard for him to stay healthy. You know what I mean? And especially the ball skinny as a stick. The ball skinny as a stick, and so you get one little tackle in or something like that, he's smashed like a sandwich. And
Mm,
so it's like I think he needs to. I think what I want to see from Jalen Daniels is to not do the crazy like like moves and stuff that he be doing. I think he needs to take smart um plays like when he's running slide. Um, you can't afford a guy like him after what he displayed in his rookie season. Obviously, you got somebody special, and if you can't protect him, um, you know what I mean. You're going to jack up your investment in Jalen Daniels. Um, he has to stay healthy. Um, if he doesn't stay healthy, then all we're going to be thinking, all we're going to think about Jalen Daniels is he's a great quarterback, but he can't stay healthy. You know what I mean? And then also, I do need to show. I do need to think that he needs to show a little bit of his little a little glimpse of what happened in his rookie year. I want to see does he still got it. The only reason why is because we've seen a lot of history of the Washington Commanders. Well, Washington Commanders or Redskins or how you want to call it, quarterbacks in their history of how they treat their quarterbacks and how they become washed up. I don't
mm,
want Dan to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? And so Dan got a really special inside with him. I think when he went when he got drafted and he went to the Commanders, I said, Lord have mercy, this NFC East gonna be crazy because because that's how special he was when he was playing in college. And so I do want to see a little glimpse of that. I don't I want to see a little bit of um did he bring his confidence back, something like that. Just a little bit of glimpse of what we saw with him. Because I definitely don't want him to go backwards. But like I said, uh, Washington history has a history of having good players and just really wash them and really don't take care of them and just you know just throw them out the towel. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want them to have the Daniels. And so yeah, healthy and play a little bit like a little glimpse about what happened this first year. Make sure that the first year wasn't a fluke. You know what I mean?
mm,
Um, you know what I mean? I want him to play, like he's been playing like his first year and continue to do that. You know what I mean on a consistent basis. Well, at least try to be, consistent for the rest of his career, and not like have that one season, then the rest he just be a bum. You know what I mean?
mm.
I would hate to happen that for him like that for sure. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. And then you already know you get action when it comes to Daniels and Jalen Hurts. So
Yeah.
you know, so that's why I think he needs to prove. Do you believe he gonna prove it?
That he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you believe that his history his rookie year wasn't a fluke?
I'm not. His rookie year was a fluke. I don't think his rookie year was a fluke. I think because I mean, he came off. If I'm not mistaken, he either won the Heisman or he was in a finalist for the Heisman. But that
He was a
before.
finalist for the Heisman. He was a finalist
Okay.
for the Heisman.
Yeah. So he was a finalist for the Heisman. I mean, I think is a reason why you've seen it. I mean,
Yeah.
he was used to playing with a lot of talented receivers. I feel like going to Washington, he had talented receivers in Scary Terry, and Debo was trying to find
Right.
his way back.
Right.
So I think, and then you seen that connection he had his rookie year with Zach Ertz. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know that Zach Ertz is not there no more. I don't believe. So that's going to be one interesting thing to see. But I do also think they drafted a rookie tight end. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did draft a rookie tight end with Jaden Daniels in his draft class, but I'm not sure. So I mean, I do think he's going to improve it though. I do think he's going to have a good year, and I do think he's going to stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, well, like you said before, only time will tell.
Yeah.
We almost in training camp. I think training camp starts in July next month, literally a couple more weeks. So yeah, we're gonna figure out where they all at. You know what I mean? When it comes to production wise and progressing, in their progress and all stuff like that. You know. So yeah. So let us know about Jalen Daniels. What do you feel about Jalen Daniels? And what do you feel like he needs to prove this year? Um, that being said, we're gonna flip back to basketball a little bit, and we got news that the Dallas Mavericks has got a brand new head coach. His name Coach May. What's his last name?
I don't know. I'm just going to call him Coach May.
Coach May, the boy from Michigan. Um, what do you? What's your reaction to this hiring, and do you think it's a good hiring? And what's your thoughts about this whole situation?
Um, I actually like it. I mean, I actually like it. I think it was a good hiring because even thought this like one of my Sixers. I mean, like I was thinking like if we was to fire Nick Nurse, what coaches are out there? Like what head coaches are out there that's like good candidates? And when I'm thinking about it, it's not a lot of free good head coach candidates that's out there that's not on a team already. So for
Right,
them to go to college, I think that was a it was a unique thing to do. I mean, yeah, he just won the Natty, or he just won the finals, the Final Four with Michigan this year. I mean,
yeah.
his resume seems to be pretty good. Took Florida Atlantic to the Final Four at one point,
Mhm.
so it seems like this coach is a winner. And what the Mavs need is to get into that winning direction. I mean, they lost a lot of pieces, but they also have a lot of pieces. They still have Cooper Flag, who is going to be a generational player. They still have Kyrie, who's going to come back from injury with something to prove.
Right.
So, and I think they have a good amount of draft picks this year too.
They do. They
So,
got two.
yeah,
They got
two
two
in
in
the
the
first
first
round.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be a big thing for them too. Not only for
Right.
them, but for him because he's coming in basically day a day before the draft. If I'm not mistaken. It was today, right?
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
he's coming in a day before the draft. So you're structuring the team the way you want to structure it. So they're going to structure the team the way he wants to structure it. So as I feel like tomorrow's going to be a chance to see how does he want to structure his team. Who does he want to who what does he want his identity to be? Who is he going to build around? I mean, we know it's going to be Cooper Flag clearly, but we get to see that identity. We get to see we kind of get to see a point of view from his lens a little bit from whoever they decide to pick.
A
So
different, a different, a different voice, uh,
yeah,
uh, a different uh, scheme.
perspective. Yeah,
Yeah, different
I,
perspective.
yeah. So end of the day, I like it. I like this move.
Yeah. Um, I can say the same thing, bro. Um, they went outside the box. They went outside the box. Um, um, usually when you go and do things outside the box, you reap the benefit. I just hope that in this draft coming up tomorrow, they use the right picks. I mean, it's a heck of a draft class tomorrow. Um, Hope they get their picks and fit to what the players that they drafted to, um, and hope that they can build off Kyrie coming off injury. Same thing with Cooper Flag, who's a superstar in the making. As far as Dusty May is definitely has been a winner. I think for the past 2 seasons, um, since he's been in Michigan, he's record with 64-13. Um, he been to two NCAA tournament appearances, one Final Four, one national championship, one Big Ten championship, and one big tournament championship. It's obviously that this man is a winner. Um, he's one of the top coaches in college, and they grabbed him. Um, um, I think this is good for the Dallas Mavericks. All I want to see now is how they're going to build this team into the right direction. Um, you let go of Luca and stuff like that, which everybody was like, okay, what the heck are you doing? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Letting go of generational talent like Luka Doncic. Then you wind up getting, Anthony Davis as a part of that deal. Things didn't turn out the way it was, so you traded him to the Washington Wizards, but you also got a number one round pick with Cooper Flag. It's obviously that they're building. Um, as far as I know, Cooper Flag has not been disappointed. He hasn't disappointed not one bit lately since he's been a Dallas Maverick. And so, and then you had Kyrie, it's only gonna get nastier. And then, you know, um, they got a couple pieces. I think they got PJ Washington or something like that. Yeah, his name, that
Um, I,
him.
I can't remember
Uh,
who. Yeah, I think they do.
yeah, PJ Washington. They got a couple role players that are really good that can give you like at least like 10 or 12 or points right off the bench. And so like all I'm waiting for right now is I think after what this signing is that they're heading in the right direction. This definitely is a sign that they're heading in the right direction. But tomorrow night is going to explain how how um how really they're really um deeply invested they are in, you know what I mean, to compete in the West. Like when you're going against the Thunder, who is a stacked team, you know what I mean? The San Antonio Spurs, you know what I mean? Timberwolves, Denver, and all them other teams. And so um, I want to see Dallas shine tomorrow night. Let's see what they're gonna do. Well, yeah, this definitely was a step in the right direction. This was a great hiring, no doubt about it. What do you guys think about this hiring? About Dusty May? Do you think it was a good hire or a bad hiring? Do you agree with it or you don't? Let us know what you think, and let us know what y'all thinking. What's on y'all mind? And so today, we got one more topic to discuss, and we changed a little flavor a little bit, a little bit. We don't really talk about this specific type of league as much on the show, but they've been showing a little bit light, so we gotta show a little bit love for them on what's the word podcast. So um, the Phillies they had an historic win the other past weekend, being 15-3. Bryce Harper went to work. He went crazy. Um, what does this win with the Phillies? Um, what does this prove? Like, in your opinion?
About the Phillies, UOGB, what's up, gang? I
Big
mean,
bad.
I feel like this just shows that the Phillies is not a team to play with. I mean, in the beginning of the season, the Phillies was playing horrible.
You
They played
were.
horrible. And there was a point in time where I thought that everybody was gonna get fired. But they ever since they made that switch to the I don't know if they switched the head coach or who they switched, but they made a switch and this they've been on fire ever since. So I mean, all this is showing that the Phillies is the team that we thought that they was going to be in the beginning of the season. A team.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
I think I think we can still make some more moves that could make us, which is scary. But yeah, this Philly team is legit. That's what this is showing us, and you seen it in the way they play.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think what this win showed me, bro, that they're broken down. And it's time for business. There's no games no more at this point. You got Bryce Harper, like you said, he's coming to the end of his prime,
Hmm.
and and all them other guys, Trey Turner and all them guys. They're a couple. They're 6 games behind the Braves. You're absolutely right. Um, but I do feel like that Phillies is making a statement that look here, y'all talking about all these other teams, the Dodgers and stuff like that. Y'all gonna be talking about us real soon. I think with the Phillies, they just need to put their head down and continue to work. Don't let nothing distract them, and keep doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? I think they have the right mindset right now, and to win championships, you got to continue to have that mindset. And the GM, who I think has been one of the best GMs in baseball, and all he does is improve in his team. Um, They need to go grab. What's his name? Um, what's his name? Both from the Angels, Mike Trout. If you really serious about winning, grab him. I don't care what you got to do to get him, but you got to get him. Because the time is now. Like you just said, that the window is closing for them to win a championship. Mike Trout has never won a championship since he's been an Angel, and he is one of the best of the best, and that's disappointing and sad. And he needs to be in a place where he can compete and he can be partnered up with Bryce Harper and all them other guys like Kyle and them, and really make a splash and compete with the Dodgers because the Dodgers they're loaded. They're loaded.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, you got to go toe to toe. And so if I'm the GM, I'm doing whatever it takes to get Mike Trout in here, especially Mike Trout is towards the end of his prime as well. I think it's just a
Hmm.
match made in heaven. You know what I mean? I think it's a match made in heaven for him to come to Philly. It just makes sense. Um, you know, um, the team that he loves, the city that he loves. I know that he wants to win a championship with the Angels so bad, but sometimes you gotta go and move on to get what you really want. I mean, look at Saquon. You know what I mean? He wanted to win not a damn thing in New York, and he realized that, and then he left. In his first season, the man won a championship. So, like, you know what I mean? So, if anybody knows about moving and you being the best in your own franchise by yourself, it's Saquon. Uh, um, but yeah, it shows to me that the Phillies are coming. I think right now they have an 8 game win streak. Yeah, you just said 8 game winning streak, right? About 8, 9, 6 game winning streak. Yeah. So they definitely on they on a roll right now. They just gotta put their head down and continue to work and stuff like that, but also make those moves. Because I think right now it's getting close to um trade deadlines pretty soon for baseball season. And so when trade deadlines coming, it's time for you to make that splash and let everybody know that you mean business. That's what I feel like the Phillies need to do. They need to show everybody that they mean business. So yeah, um, yeah. So that being said, that's the last topic of the day, y'all. Um, we want to thank y'all for coming on in. We had a bunch of likes and people diving into our conversation and joining. Got a couple people join the family. We appreciate that. Um, tune in tomorrow. We actually gonna be live Tuesday night. Tuesday night. So if it's 3 o'clock, we're not gonna be on. It's not gonna be live, no live at 3, bro. People, it's gonna be live on Tuesday night at 7:30, 7:45 around that time. Heading to the NBA draft. We're gonna be doing the first round only. Um, so yeah, just keeping y'all alert about that. I'm going to be sending out alerts on our platform, on TikTok and on Instagram later on. Probably right after this live. But yeah, we're gonna be live tomorrow night. And thank y'all for coming, spending some time with us. Um, we don't take it for granted. Um, taking y'all time on y'all day to come hang out with us each and every time that we on this pod, and we greatly appreciate it. Um, we value you, and we love you, man, for sure. And always sticking behind us and stuff like that, and and let's continue to go up and don't stop. That being said, this is your boy Manny,
It's your boy Sean.
and this is What's the Word Sports Podcast, and we appreciate y'all time. And y'all guys have a blessed day. Enjoy y'all Monday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, peace, y'all.